A few months ago I made a video called The World's Greatest Yoruichi where I said this. But I'm still working towards transcending every single one of her, and I'm on a good way. Every Yoruichi with a purple level is already max transcended. Well, guess who reached this goal? I've been playing Bleach Brave Soul since 2017, and after obtaining every Yoruichi, I finally managed to max transcend them. What I want to do now besides showcasing them at their max potential is also ranking them. That ranking will be based on 4 different factors. Artwork / design, when we're talking about original designs. How does the knot string feel and is it fun to use? Are the strong attacks satisfying, and is the unit true to the character? So without further ado, this is my personal ranking from bottom to top of all the 18 different Yoruichi units in Bleach Brave Souls. The 18th place and bottom of the list goes to Christmas Yoruichi from 2022. Since that one is the newest Yoruichi unit we have, this might cause some confusion, so hear me out. This Christmas Yoruichi is basically everything I don't want to see in a Yoruichi unit. First of all, she's ranged. Yes, you can make a ranged unit out of her for a change of pace, but this one just feels so soulless. Her knot string is just throwing presents, which is basically the laziest thing you could do for a Christmas theme. It's also the second time they turned Yoruichi into a Santa, and unlike her first version, this one feels kind of out of character. Her whole playfulness is kind of lost due to her facial expressions. She feels more arrogant than anything, and I fucking hate what they did to her ponytail. The design just feels very off to me and out of character for her. The strong attacks are also very uninspired and could have been used for every other seasonal. If you gave Yumichika, Rukia or Renji the exact same design, knot string and strong attacks, it probably would have been more in character. Christmas Yoruichi 2022 is a seasonal unit for the sake of being a seasonal unit of another popular female character. Ice Queen Haribet is just as lazy, by the way. Her special also feels as disconnected from the character as everything I've mentioned before. The 17th place goes to Christmas Yoruichi. Oh hey, look who's here. So unlike the other Christmas Yoruichi, this one feels definitely way more in character and also has a very nice artwork. I also dig the design itself, though it's nothing special that I'm super excited about. She has this super fun strong attack where she's ice skating and it feels pretty unique to many other attacks in the game. Sadly, these are the only positive things I can say about this unit. The knot string is absolutely awful. I hate how it looks and it doesn't even feel good. Same goes for the first strong attack with this super slow slide. The other strong attack is full screen and that's hard to fumble. It's still an okay unit, but I'm not a big fan. At least it's not an insult. I do like the slide drifting during a special animation though. On the sweet 16th place, we have another seasonal. Swimsuit Yoruichi from 2019. Since this is another range unit, and thank god the last one, this shouldn't be that much of a surprise. But unlike the other one, this one at least has a reason. So the artwork is great. I like the simplistic beach wear, the little braids in her hair, the shading, the dynamic pose. I'm super happy with that. The reason she's a range unit is that she plays beach ball, and that's definitely an excuse. Like I said, you can do that for a change of pace. But oh my god, her knot string is so fucking slow. Look at the ball flying. Why is it so slow? If the volleyball had the speed of the gift from the worst Christmas Yoruichi, this unit would be higher. But this way I'm just reminded of why I dislike range Yoruichis. The strong attacks are fine. They have fun visuals, in the game itself they are super useful and have good crowd control, but I don't really enjoy playing her. She's great when needed in certain modes, but that's about it. Her special animation is probably one of the best aspects about her. The joy in her face and cat paw behind her are just priceless. 開放的になったわしの力はこんなものではないぞ。どうじゃ。 15th place takes the Yoruichi from the Cacao Society. Once again, super good artwork and design for an alternative version. Honestly, there's not much to say about this unit. Despite being so low on the list, she's the definition of an okay, or rather basic Yoruichi unit in Brave Souls. The art and design is fine. The knot string is also fun. Some strong attacks feel good, some not so much, and the special looks really nice. Only thing bothering me is the sword since, you know, it's part of her character that she rejects her son Cacao because she's way better at martial arts. So why would an alternative version of her use a sword? Listen, I know I'm extremely nitpicky here, but the more you like something, the more critical you look at it. And Yoruichis with weapons just feel wrong to me. I do enjoy her special due to her speed and smile, but still. Fourteenth place goes to none other than Cat Yoruichi. After 4 summonable units, we finally reached a free-to-play one. The artwork is a 10 out of 10. I hope we all agree on that. The fact that you can even play as Cat Yoruichi is great, and there's nothing better than beating a difficult quest with such a cute character. Even the sound design is cute. Did you notice her tab sounds? And listen to these battle cries during her knot string. Sadly, gameplay wise, this little cat is rather lacking. The knot string works, but it's not particularly fun to use. Out of these 3 strong attacks, the first one is a funny cat slap and the other 2 are just bad. Especially the third one. But her special is fucking adorable. Place number 13 goes to Yoruichi and Soifon. Yeah, so I like Soifon, really, generally speaking. But get the fuck out of my unit. No, I think duo units are great, and the idea of Yoruichi and Soifon fighting together like this sounds awesome. But I gotta be honest, Soifon is annoying. She's constantly attacking enemies, creating a Zanpakuto mark and cluttering my screen. Can I please see my Yoruichi? Legit, every other thing about this unit is great. The art's great, but then there's Soifon. Her knot string goes hard, but then there's Soifon. Strong attacks look good and have great crowd control. But everywhere is her red mark. It's so good, and there she is again! I really like the special when Yoruichi activates Houko, then attacks with a powerful kick, and there she is again! Fuck off! And I know that I can turn off duo characters, but first of all the giant visuals wouldn't disappear, and second of all, she's still there! 12th place goes to Beyond Bankai Yoruichi, or rather, past Yoruichi, kinda past Yoruichi. This unit is probably the strongest Yoruichi in the game, but you might have noticed that this is not relevant to ranking high on this list. I gotta say her strong attacks are extremely satisfying and visually beautiful. The full screen attack with the moon above her looks amazing, and her second strong attack is perfect. The spin, the slashes, the right range it hits, I love it. Her first strong attack is basic, but still nice. But let me talk about the elephant in the room, the design. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. It's basically Yoruichi in a noble attire from the flashback with Soifon. Designing a Beyond Bankai form for a character with an unknown Bankai is of course difficult, but people have been speculating about something like a Beyond Shunko form ever since her announcement. I'm a little bit torn on what they've done with her. On one hand, it is a canon and visually stunning design, but on the other hand, her actual abilities are unlike everything that represents her. Maybe that was the point since Yoruichi rejects her Zanpakuto, but if you argue like that, you could have done literally everything with her. Burning water, earthbending, creating guns out of thin air, who knows what her actual Zanpakuto does. This version of Yoruichi is basically a beautiful, really strong unit to clear very hard content. Even her special is aesthetically pleasing. Everything about her looks great, but feels disconnected from the character. Once again, that might have been the point, but I'm not a huge fan. And this one has a fucking melee weapon too, could we stop with that? 11th place, and we finally arrived at OG Yoruichi. Please tell me in the comments if you either expected her at last place or first place after seeing my picks so far. Let me explain. This unit is the very first Yoruichi we got, and she's just Yoruichi. Yoruichi with super old gameplay. And you know what? It slaps. Her nut string is pretty fast and super smooth. If you equip her with the right accessories, she's actually doing a good amount of damage. Since she's super old, she lacks the skills to actually wreck all kinds of content, but her movement has the potential to. Strong Attack 1 is a simple kick forward, and the second Strong Attack is a quick head spin. These are outdated moves by today's standard, but the reason I like these so much is how well they work together with the nut string. Using the head spin during your nut string to break the enemy's guard feels more like a legit combo than most Strong Attack nowadays. Same goes for the kick, it intertwines just very good into your normal attacks. Her third Strong Attack is a leap into the air before crushing into the ground. While this one also works pretty well for me with the nut string, it is really slow. The other two are definitely better, but they are rather tools to break guard than actually satisfying strong attacks. Her special is also not an actual attack, but a buff for... What does Shunko actually buff? I think attack damage? Anyway, still fun to use. The first unit in the top 10 goes to... another free-to-play unit, Frenzy Yoruichi. Frenzy Yoruichi is based on the cover of Bleach Volume 17, but looks a little bit bland compared to the original. I'd also argue that the pose doesn't work that good for a gacha game artwork, but I still like it. She also has the first and second strong attack of OG Yoruichi, but on the second and third slot, replacing the super slow leap attack and getting an entirely new attack on the first slot. This one consists of several kicks and is another quick strong attack. That makes her more viable than the OG version when we're talking about general damage output. Her nut string is also different and I like it. It's still 100% Yoruichi with several kicks, but I prefer the other one a tiny bit more. Her special is also different from OG Yoruichi, giving her access to another move to actually deal damage. Ninth place. Swimsuit Yoruichi. Okay, so I know you might be confused now, because Swimsuit Yoruichi has the exact same moveset as OG Yoruichi. Why is she 2 spots ahead? Since her soul trade is 16% dodge, I always thought it would be fun to use her in PvP. But that's where I started playing her with a melee build, and honestly, it's just super fun. Seeing Yoruichi in a bikini with a moveset from 2016, beating up every single enemy with a cool nut string just makes me happy, and that's my entire reason for this placement. Bikini Shunko also goes pretty hard. Spot number 8 goes to none other than Machine Society Yoruichi. I really like the design of the seasonal. The claws look really cool, I love the metal tail that goes into this mechanical spine. I don't really know if this is supposed to be a cat ear, but I like what they did to her hair due to this. It does look better on the model than on the artwork. I think the art is once again really well made, but I think the pose is just not doing it for me. But like I said, the design itself is awesome. On top of that we have a breakdancing strong attack which buffs herself and an absolute sick nut string. It's really fast and I love the little spin she does on the ground. Her third strong attack is a solid full screen and her first strong attack is a sledge which flies forward and can potentially hit a lot of enemies. This unit is from 2021 and still very good. She aged pretty good in my opinion and her special is one of Yoruichi's most gorgeous.
闇の中じゃろうと関係ない。狙った獲物を逃しはせんぞ。
7th place. Fierce Battle Yoruichi. What is that artwork? Sorry for starting negative, but I don't understand what they thought when working on this. The Urahara that came in the same banner as her was based on this shot from the manga. Why didn't they use this super fucking cool shot for Yoruichi? Why this? She's really awkwardly kicking and looks like she's disgusted. Maybe she was attacking a 2021 Christmas unit, I don't know. But apart from that, I loved that unit. She was part of my team when I first got into head captain in PvP, and you would think that a Hakuda master like her would have tons of flurry units. However, this Yoruichi is only 1 out of 2. This one luckily slaps. It's probably her most iconic look and she has a great nut string. It's a whole acrobatic show. The hits feel very satisfying and look at her first strong attack. She leaps into the air and then kicks towards the ground. It's similar to the third one from OG and Swimsuit Yoruichi, but this time it's fast and look how good it is. Her second strong attack is a nut moving vortex, which is pretty useful for a melee unit, and the third one is a massive force of wind. Everything she does fits her abilities. This is exactly how you do a Yoruichi unit. I gotta say the first strong attack is the only one that feels very satisfying. The other two do what they are supposed to do, but I'm not crazy about them. Overall, it's a very good Yoruichi unit. Her special is also based on her encounter with Yami and really cool.
手荒の方法で行くしかないかの。
Sixth place, and we have 1000-year Blood War Yoruichi. Okay, now this one is quite difficult. Everything about the artwork is perfect, except for the face. I seriously don't know why her face looks like this. She looks like she's going insane and the manga reference doesn't even have a shot of her face. I can only imagine that they were trying to capture the face from this shot, but it just looks off to me. The vibe is completely different and I wish they had handled it differently. But like I said, aside from the face, the art is incredible, just like everything else. Look at her model. Thank God they didn't put the face on the model, because in-game her facial expressions look way more like in the manga. Her arsenal of strong attacks is also quite good. While the first one is a simple dash and is rather boring, the second one is one of my favorite strong attacks. Her spin kick is so fucking satisfying to use. I love how she semi-flies forward and hits every fucking thing on the screen. For me this is even one level above the great second strong attack from Beyond Bankai Yoruichi. Her third strong attack is another full screen attack, but I think it's one of the best ones. The way the lightning comes down and the different hitboxes hit the enemies feels very good. I also love her nut string. It's super fast, the visual lightning effects beside the punches look great and I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. Great unit, still to this day. At this point I would show you her special and say something about it. However, I never used her special. I really hate how Yoruichi got a new version of her Shunko, has a great fight and then becomes a fetish simply for having another transformation. Her summon code is literally her saying that she doesn't want to turn into that form ever again. So only for the sake of this video and showcasing her transformed moveset, I will once use her special animation. Just kidding, fuck that form. Starting with the top 5, we first have Desert Society Yoruichi. Her artwork and design are absolutely incredible. The art is perfect and on top of that we have a gorgeous background. It's an easy 10 out of 10. This is also the only other flurry unit Yoruichi has. Once again, what the fuck Caleb, where are all the melee cats? Anyway, her nut string is perfect. You can really feel all the different hits she lands and her attacks are dance moves. That's deadly and adorable at the same time. I also don't count these as weapons, because fist weapons are still part of melee combat for me, so don't even try to find any hypocrisy in any of my statements. Yet. Her strong attacks are good, but nothing outstanding. The first strong attack is a solid leap forward, the second one is a nice dance that buffs her, and the last one is once again a good full screen attack. I'm not too crazy about any of these, but the enjoyment of a melee unit is mostly the nut string and this Yoruichi is great at it. I love to play her and her damage output is great to this day. Her resurrection city didn't do much for her, but every kind of buff is still a buff, am I right? Her special is also just beautiful.
お主も夢の世界へいざなってやろう。代々。そうか。
Number 4 and the last place before the final top 3 is Hard Pass Yoruichi. I love this unit ever since she released. She is a very strong SP unit with an absolutely amazing nut string. She easily could have been a nut unit with her kit and every single punch and kick would feel just like it should. Her strong attacks also feel very good, with the exception of the first one. That one kind of takes the momentum out of your movement and rather awkwardly attacks forward. It's definitely my least favorite out of the three. The second strong attack is a quick jump to buff herself, and the last one is finally another full screen, but a really good one. I love her laughing while she dashes across the entire screen. It actually feels like the speedlines are my character. I sadly have a nitpick with this one, and that's the art. I adore past Yoruichi's design and generally this unit. She wouldn't be the Sai if I didn't, but...
What's wrong with your face?
I can't even pinpoint what I dislike about it, but it feels really off to me. A smiling past Yoruichi? Take my money, please do it, this is exactly what I want. But that smile into her entire face is not it. At least not for me. The model in game, however, is perfect in every way. It's similar to the 1000-year Blood War version. She looks way better here than in the artwork. And not to forget my favorite Yoruichi special. Every single shot is perfect. Her energy, the laugh, the smile, the dynamic attacks, the shoulder look and the very last frame. This is it.
春心と呼ばれたわしの動き、お主に見切れるかの。どうじゃ。
Here we are, the final top 3 Yoruichis, and the bronze medal goes to Halloween Yoruichi. Remember when I said I hate when Yoruichi has a weapon? Yeah, this one is an exception. Why, you ask? Because I love this unit, that's why. Fuck me and my hypocrisy. I can't even argue why this one is okay, but it just is. The artwork is absolutely beautiful and also one of the best Yoruichi artworks in the game. I'd even argue that this is one of the best seasonal designs in general. Her outfit, the hair under the hood, her facial expressions, the choker with the little bell, the big fucking sight. This is a Yoruichi seasonal. It perfectly captures her playful character while still containing the coolness without being too lewd. I know we're reaching a limit here, but I think this one is balanced. This is another case of a unit with strong attacks which work really well with the Naht string. Her first strong attack is the dash where she spins around and then slashes forward. Her third strong attack is a quick leap into the air and my god does it feel good. During your normal Naht string you can flawlessly switch between these two attacks. Both feel like a super good extension to your ongoing combo and also breaks guard whenever you get in trouble. Her second strong attack is a really fun vortex around her so she can easily gather enemies and even stop incoming melee attacks this way. Is there anything bad I can say about this beautiful unit? No. Not bad. But there is something. Her Naht string is amazing and I love playing with her. The attacks are fun and feel satisfying except for the very last hit. The last hit is a little bit delayed and therefore slower than the rest. I'm pretty sure that's to create more of an impact, but I don't feel any. Is it a problem? Not at all. I started either cancelling my Naht string right before the last hit or straight up used my first or third strong attack to extend my combo and start attacking again. This actually makes my time with this unit so much better because I gotta pay more attention to it. I'm constantly moving, comboing my strong attacks, I love it. What I don't love is that she didn't get flurry with her resurrection and then the very first Naht resurrection after her suddenly gets the skill for the first time. Thanks for nothing, Caleb. I'm still playing this Yoruichi and having one hell of a time with her. Flurry or not, she rakes everything in her way and nobody's going to take that away from me. Her special is also among the best ones for Yoruichi. Just lay back and enjoy it. The second place in this very long list is actually the very first Yoruichi that I've pulled in this game. It is Armored Yoruichi. Straight up 10 out of 10 artwork. Every little detail about her is on point. The facial expression, the fucking dynamic pose, the scream, the hair, the lightning behind her, pure perfection. There's a reason I use this artwork on the thumbnail for my Yoruichi video. Well, there are two reasons, since this version is the last playable on console, but also because the artwork is just so great that I'm sure that everyone on this planet would agree. Now to the actual unit and her gameplay. This Yoruichi has my favorite strong attack in the entire game, and that's the third one. Maybe you think I'm joking, but I'm not. Her third strong attack is just one giant blast and the impact is so fucking good. Since it's her third strong attack, it takes the most time to recharge, so it kinda feels like a gun that reloads itself. You only have one shot for your maximum potential, but when it hits, it fucking destroys the enemy. Her first strong attack is a basic dash forward, and her second strong attack is just attacking everything in her range. I really like the second one, and the first one is fine, but this fucking third one, I love blasting so much I can't stop. I also love her Nart string. I know she's not a Nart unit, and more often than not I have to dodge away until my apocalyptic pulverizing blast is back up, but whenever I can do normal attacks, they are great. They pretty much did everything with this Yoruichi version that they could have, especially for 2017 when she released. While their first and second strong attack didn't age that great, the third one is probably something they wouldn't do like that nowadays. And that's why I'm so happy to have this unit. It captures the character very good, and the special is also just a pure showcase of raw power.
Yukino! Shunko!
While writing the script, I'm already afraid of how long this video will be, but we now finally arrived at the top spot. Out of all the 18 Yoruichi units in Bleach Brave Souls right now, there is one version I would always choose above every other one. And that unit is Past Yoruichi. Yes, one of the oldest Yoruichi units in the game is at my top spot and also by far my most played unit. First of all, her artwork is probably one of the best Yoruichi arts I've seen from other people than Kubo. Just like Armored Yoruichi, every little detail on her is on point. The hair, the pose, the face, the smile. This is how you make a smiling Yoruichi. Not like this, it's this right here. Her gameplay is also amazing. The Nart string is super fast and has fantastic steps. 2 single kicks before you kick 3 times super fast and then end it with a forward kick. Her resurrection also extended her hitboxes for these attacks, so it's even easier to actually land hits with an aged moveset. Aged in quotation marks. Because I seriously enjoy this more than most modern Nart strings. The strong attacks however have aged. They are the same as OG Yoruichis except for the third one, but just like I said with her, the first and second one are perfect to make little combos. Especially the headspin is such a good attack to just break guard and then keep attacking. But what exactly makes this Yoruichi stand out so much? Why are characters with the exact same strong attacks barely in the top 10? What makes this Yoruichi so much better than the others? Well, if you've watched up until now, then you know that this is an absolutely subjective ranking, so I will give you my absolutely subjective reasoning. I barely pulled this unit with my last orbs in 2018 from manga Byakuya solo banner. Ever since I saw this beautiful artwork, I wanted this unit more than all the others at the time. When I finally got her, I decided to play with her and started building her like crazy. Ever since then I hold on to this unit and push her past the limits with every new update to strengthen your characters. Playing with the strongest characters isn't fun to me. Playing with characters I really like is fun to me. Do they have to be bad? Of course not. I love Aizen and his broken 6th anniversary unit is fun as hell, because it is Aizen who is strong. Would I have played the Cacao with the same kit? Definitely fucking not. But what really brings me joy in this forsaken gacha game is playing old, outdated characters who nobody uses anymore and make them as strong as possible. Why Past Yoruichi and not the OG one? On one hand because the artwork is just stunning to me. But on the other hand, her Nart string is just as fun as I described it to you. I like the normal attacks of Swimsuit on OG Yoruichi, but it's still aged and doesn't feel good enough for me to actually have that much fun with it. Past Yoruichi combines a great Nart string with the flawless transition to 2 of her fast strong attacks and therefore makes for a really good unit. And I'm proud to have pushed her that far. I didn't just play her out of principle, I legit love her gameplay. I know that almost everyone will disagree with me on that, and that's fine. You can like and rank other characters however you want, as long as it's not the 2022 Christmas Yoruichi, nobody's going to stop you. But these are the reasons that I ultimately decided to put Past Yoruichi above every other Yoruichi in Bleach Brave Souls. We're currently almost 2 full years without a new Yoruichi, so I'm really looking forward to whatever version comes next. So let me end this video with Past Yoruichi's special animation. I rarely use it due to her being a melee unit, but I still enjoy the exaggerated actions represented in it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate every single like and new subscriber. Hopefully we will hear and meet each other again. Wait a second, why does it feel like I'm forgetting something? I do have every Yoruichi, right? Let me see. Yeah, everyone's there in full Transcended. So what's... Oh, right. So I don't really like spending money on the game. I only spent a little during my first years and then I didn't spend anything for the last 4 years. until last month when I got my very last dupe. Due to this I never bought the Bonanza Pass. The Bonanza Pass including the cat Yoruichi pet. I hate that I'd be forced to buy this pass monthly to keep her, and I won't do that. But right now this is the very last Yoruichi I don't have. The cherry on top for the perfect cake. So to end this video for good and actually showcasing a full run, I will speedrun the 9th anniversary Ultra Quest with my top 3 Yoruichis, together with my cat pet. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this milestone of mine.
行くぞ瞬行 りじゃもっと楽